Pitching and defense for sure was the name of the game tonight for us. What do we have? 15 strikeouts, only 3 walks, and just really pleased. Again, Tuesdays haven't been great for us, especially last year. So just to come out and have a good workman-like win, happy with that. And now we move on get ready for Georgia.
How you mentioned the midweeks last year not being great for you. Just how great has it been to just have a guy like Eli to give you some length and production on midweek?
Yeah, I mean him and Becker both. Becker was he needs to minimize his walks. That's obvious. He knows it. We know. We all know it. But Proctor came in, got the big out there, was second and third, did his job, and then Eli cruised for 4 innings with the 6 strikeouts and no hits. It's great to see. Austin was dominant, and then Cade Austin. I thought Cade had really good stuff today. So again, it's pitching depth. These midweek games are all about pitching depth and giving yourself a chance to win with quality pitching. So that whether you score 5 or 10 offensively, you feel like you should win them, and we have that pitching depth.
You mentioned Austin a second ago. Where do you kind of see him in his development right now as a freshman now, I guess, a month into his college career?
Very pleased. He struggled some this fall, with the adjustment to this level, but Coach Parker's done a great job with him, and he's been open to making some adjustments, and I feel as confident with him on the mound as I possibly can. He's a competitor. He has good poise, and statistically, it bears out that he's been very good for us. So his role will continue to grow, I think, but he's one of the key guys for sure.
Yeah, Coach, obviously the record pretty good headed into Georgia. Is this team where you wanted them to be by the start of SEC play?
I'd say so. You're never you're always a work in progress, but I think, for the record we have right now going into SEC play, hard to ask for more than what we have right now. So there's still some areas where we need to get better and we need to improve. We're not perfect by any means. But I think, all things considered, we're in a good spot, but we're always looking to get better.
Big picture question, but Jacob Compton, where is he in his rehab now, about a month into the season?
Yeah, he had a little bit of a setback. He was getting to the point where he was taking swings and he was taking batting practice on the field. Then he had a little bit of a setback, in terms of the back we're talking about. So my guess is it's probably a 2 to 3 week setback. So we haven't closed the door on him being able to help us at some point. Obviously, he had really good numbers and he was brought in for a reason too. But the back is a sensitive thing, and it's for a hitter that has a violent swing like he does, you just have to be careful with it.
With the wild pitch RBI that scored a run, and the meeting you had with the umpire after, what did he tell you about the runner on third that wasn't able to score?
I'm drawing a blank on that.
When the dugout, I think, the third inning, the ball.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were just clarifying, whether the next guy would get 1 base or 2 bases, and he clarified the rule. The rule is wherever the runner is when the pitch is thrown, not where the runner was. By the time, because Will had come around and was actually past third base by the time the ball slowly rolled into our dugout. But the rule, as it states, is it's wherever that runner started. So he was awarded 1 base, which was third base.
Ethan and Talmadge, you're both going into positions or went into positions at the start of the year where they hadn't played a whole lot. How much growth have you seen out of them at those spots, and how comfortable do you feel with them after, 18 or 19 games?
Yeah, I feel good. I think at third base, I think Talmadge has done a really nice job. Obviously, he's given us great at-bats, and he's made the routine plays and a few highlight plays. Ethan is learning the outfield at this point. You notice, late in the game, we're putting Stone out there and moving Brewer to right just because of the experience factor, and we get a little faster when we do that. But when the ball goes to right field, we have a lot of confidence that Ethan will make the play, and I think he'll only get better as the year goes on.
I know you might not be able to say this now. We've seen Eli start a game last week, relief today. Do you see him more comfortable in one spot or the other, or is that just kind of are you going to settle into a midweek starter at some point, or is that just kind of a back and forth thing week to week?
I think he looked great in both spots, and the plan today was to make sure Becker and Jones both threw the number of pitches that would allow them to be able to go this weekend. And and we'll be able to do that. They both threw less than 50 pitches, and so whether we, flip-flop Becker and Jones, the plan was to piggyback them both, and so whether we flip-flop them each week or whether we just go with this, that's still to be determined.
Might be a stupid question, but just to clarify,
I won't tell you if it is.
with Becker, it was just pitch count and righty coming up, right? There was no injury or anything like that.
No, not at all. No, the plan was to try to keep him and Eli under 50 pitches, and so with the runners on second and third with 2 outs, and the splits on that right-handed batter that was coming up was pretty significant. That he hit lefties better than he hit righties, and so it just made sense for a lot of reasons. The pitch count, the batter with his splits, and bringing in Proctor, the righty, to go right on right. It was just for a lot of reasons that was the right move, and Proctor did exactly what we wanted.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, thanks, guys.